It's 9 p.m. Monday night. While the rest of the world slows down, you're tuning in to the Final Boss podcast. This is Motivation Mondays, where mindsets shift, hustle gets honored, and the 6 pillars of success get broken all the way down. We're talking motivation, resilience, sacrifice, consistency, persistence, and perseverance. Hosted by the one and only Turbo, the CEO, bringing real talk, raw stories, and relentless energy to spark your week with purpose. So lock in, take notes, and remember, success ain't just a dream, it's a discipline.
Welcome to the Final Boss podcast. Listen, I apologize for running a little late. I was having some technical difficulties. I'm gonna blame it on the changing of the weather. Yes, the temperature is changing. The seasons are changing. It affects all things, including electronics. Man, listen, I got a great show for you guys. I got a great show for you tonight. It's Motivation Monday. Motivation Monday. Listen. Yes, I'm talking to you. Listen. I am here. We are here. And we're building this community, and we're on this journey together. Man. To do what? Be the best that we can be. All trying to get on board what? The fired up train, baby. Yes, the fired up train. All aboard the fired up train, man. Welcome to the Final Boss podcast, Motivation Mondays. Listen, again, I apologize for being a little late. The weather is affecting all things tech, including the internet. The wind is crazy right now. I don't know where you live, but for the last couple of nights, it sounds as if there's been a tornado or train outside my window. But look, right. Man, but here's the thing. We're here, and we're going to be here non-stop, unstoppable. We got the unstoppable force, unstoppable mission to continue, right? Through the 6 pillars of success, through motivation, sacrifice, consistency, perseverance, persistence, resilience. Wait, that's 5. Wait a minute. Did I miss one? Did I miss one? I'm just testing you guys. I'm testing you guys to see if you caught it. If you didn't catch it, let me see if you caught it. Well, look, I am here, people. We are here. And it's such a great time. It's so good to be here. It is so good to be here, right? I know people are probably doing what they do, but you're here with me, and I'm here with you. Again, we're doing this together. And let that marinate in your spine. Yes. Tonight's episode of Motivation Monday, it's going to be, we're going to be reviewing some past concepts, right? We're going to be reviewing some past concepts. We've already dropped the dime on the 6 pillars of success, but you know what we haven't gone in depth with that is so necessary to complete the framework of go time. And, right? You know what that is? Let me tell you what that is. The 6 building blocks of reward. The 6 building blocks of reward. That's what we're going to be talking about tonight on episode number 143. On our way to episode 200. episode number 200, good people. We would get there. It'd be here before you know it. Man, I got a few admin notes that I need to drop. Hey, listen, continue, please, 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 please continue. Like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe in that order. Like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe in that order. And please continue to send us emails and DM us on whatever social media platform you see us on. Our email is info, I-N-O-I-F. Let me slow down. I'm talking too fast. I-N-F-O at thefinalbosspodcast.com. That's one word. That's the email. Send us your emails. And look, in the emails, this is what I want you to do. First, let us know what episode you watched us on. And then from there, I need you to drop 3 things that you enjoyed about the show and 3 things that you think we can improve on outside of the camera angle. The camera angle is deliberate. Season 4 is going to be different. So if you could come up with 3 things that I can improve on, drop those in there with the 3 things that you agree upon. But I'm head and shoulders right now. And you just got listen, head and shoulders, and you're just gonna have to deal with it. Right? But season 4 is gonna be a little bit different. We got some new stuff coming in for you. All just for you. All just for you. Stay with me. So drop those emails. And look, no matter what platform you see us on, whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitch, Kick, Instagram, YouTube, and for your audio listening pleasures, Spotify. Wherever you see us, man, drop a comment. Listen, please keep dropping the comments. The comments on Instagram are crazy, and I appreciate those, man. But we need comments on all of the platforms, no matter where you're watching us. And look, as always, and I'm talking to you. Stay with me. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. This is the Final Boss Podcast. I am the one and only, the Final Boss, right? So tonight we are going to get into the brass tacks of the evening. So in true fashion, I said, I asked the good old chat GPT. I said, hey, I need a quote regarding the 6 building blocks of reward, right? And you know what chat said? Good evening, Chikandi. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I said, chat, give us a positive quote for the 6 building blocks of reward. And it gave me back something, right? It gave me back something. I was really surprised because this is my framework that I've developed. These principles and theories I developed, but it gave me something. And it came back with this. This is tonight's. Brass tacks. The main difference is that traditional reward systems are primarily extrinsic and organizational focused, using monetary and tangible benefits to drive employee performance and retention. While the final boss, Dillard's framework, is an intrinsic and personal development focused model aimed at achieving individual success, confidence, and a holistic reward in life. Ooh, boy. Boom. I wish I had a button to drop the bomb, because listen when I tell you, man, these frameworks that I've developed, if Google is noticing them, listen, I must be doing something right. I must be doing something right. Must be, right? If Google can take my framework and compare it to another framework system, which was the traditional system, I must be onto something. Again, I'm going to read that to you again, because that is the highlight of the evening. But look, I need you to get ready, take some notes, because we're going all in on the 6 building blocks of reward. And I'm going to say it one more time. The main difference is that the traditional reward systems are primarily extrinsic, keyword, and organizational focused, using monetary and tangible benefits to drive employee performance and retention. While the final boss, Dillard's my framework, is an intrinsic and personal development focused model aimed at achieving individual success, confidence, and a holistic reward in life. In life. In life. That's crazy, man. You have no idea how psyched out I am about that, man. Listen, that right there, my friends, is work getting done. Work getting done. And let me set this camera up, man, and we be ready to rock and roll. Ready to rock and roll. Got that camera set up. Boom. Okay. No feedback. Check, check, check. Oh, check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Boom, boom, boom. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, I hope everyone's having a great evening. I hope everyone had a great weekend. Listen, this if you missed last night's episode, which a lot of you did, but some of you were up. So I came back and I did episode 142. I did episode 142, right? And it was like 12:30 at night, going into the morning. We finished at 2 a.m., but I got it knocked out. I got it knocked out, people. I sure did. And man, what a great relief it was. Look, I'm already 13 minutes in and I haven't even started the episode, but it was worth it. Oh, you know what? I got to account for the 5 minutes that it took us to come on this morning, just now. But look, man, we are here. I am here. I keep telling you that. You're right, because we're on this journey together, right? We're on this journey together. And guess what? I am your conductor on the Fired Up train. And this is episode number 143 of the Fired Up podcast, Motivation Monday. And I've got something powerful for you today. Listen, to all my smarts out there, the critical thinkers and curious minds, welcome back. To my warriors who refuse to settle, to my motivators who lift while they climb, and my final bosses who are committed to excellence. This episode is for you, right? Is for you. So I'm gonna drop a little tidbit for you guys tonight. I got a little surprise for you at the end of the show. So stay with me. Over the course of the last over the last year, I would say, over the last year, I started writing a book, right? I'm not going to tell you the name of it. It's finished. It's going through publishing. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This is my first book, man. I'm so excited. Oh my God, I'm so excited. You have no amount of the joy that I feel just thinking about it. The joy I feel just thinking about it, man. The book is going to drop very soon. And man, I'm so excited. Listen, you just don't know what that feels. Oh man, you probably do. You probably do. We all have levels of success. Whether it's a small or large, whatever it is, you accomplished it. But I've accomplished that. So yeah, we're going to talk more about that. So yeah, the book is getting published. It is going through publishing right now, man. So we're going to go back to that. But listen, man, listen. I know you've been grinding. I know you've been pushing. But today, I'm going to show you the architectural blueprint for building the life you deserve. We're talking about the 6 building blocks of reward, the foundational elements that separate those who dream from those who do. And here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, final bosses. These aren't just concepts. These are actual building blocks that construct your success. This is the cornerstone of magnificence that you lay down before you build your empire, right? This is the momentum code that keeps you moving when everyone else stops. Remember those two: cornerstone of magnificence, momentum code. And today we're going to be breaking down the 6 building blocks of reward, starting with vision clarity, how to see what others can't, discipline architecture, the systematic approach to self-mastery, right? Then skill supremacy, becoming absolutely undeniable in your field. Then we have relationship capital, which is the network that carries you to the top. And then we have financial foundation, building wealth that impacts generations, because that's what it's about. Generational legacy, right? And last but not least, the last building block of reward, physical vitality, the vehicle that carries your dreams, right? But before we dive in, let me tell you why this matters right now. You see, most people are passengers in their own life. Most people are passengers in their own life. They're sitting in someone else's destination. They're living someone else's dream. But not you. Not today. No, 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 no. Not on my watch. Today, you're boarding the fired up train. And when you get on this train, you become the conductor, right? You choose the destination. You control the speed. You decide who gets on board with. So buckle up, final bosses, motivators, smarts, warriors. Buckle up, because I'm about to give you the blueprint that's going to transform your life, right? Now let's talk first, man. Let's talk first about the first building block, which is vision clarity. And I want you to understand something right now. Vision clarity is not just having a goal. It's not about writing down quotes, I want to be successful, or quotes, I want to be, um, let's see, I want to make money, right? Nah, that's not the ticket. That's weak minded, actually. It's very vague, it lacks substance. And that's why people never achieve what they're capable of. Vision clarity is about developing a crystal clear picture of your destination. Look, you getting on the fired up train all you want, but you have to have your excellence. You have to have your greatness. You have to understand what your destination is going to be. The destination is who you're supposed to be or who you're meant to be, right? That's your clear destination. You have to see it. You have to feel it. You have to know it. You have to, it has to be there, right? It's about seeing your future with high definition in HD quality, 1080p, baby. That your brain can't tell the difference between what you're imagining and what's real. This is what I call part of the cornerstone of magnificence. The foundational stone that everything else is built upon. You cannot build an empire on a weak foundation. You cannot construct greatness on confusion. And listen, let me break that down for you, right? In the complete framework that I developed, the people that I developed. Vision clarity, right? There's steps to this. Level 1, make sure you write this down. The future snapshot. You need to create a detailed picture of your life, 3, 5, and 10 years, right? From now, of course. And not just, I'll be rich. It's too vague and lacks substance. I'm talking about, what time do you wake up? I'm talking about, what does your home look like? I'm talking about, who's at your table with, right? What problems are you solving? What impact? This is very important. What impact are you, yes, you, talking to you, making? What impact are you making, right? Level 2, you have to reverse engineer this shit, man. Reverse engineer this shit. Once you see that future, you work backwards. If you're here in 10 years, where must you be in 5? If you're there in 5, where must you be in 3? If you're at that point in 3 years, what must you do this year, right now, this moment, this quarter, this month, this week, today to get you there, right? And level 3, the daily alignment. You have to have daily alignment without confusion, without low vibration, right? Every single morning, you need to ask yourself, does what I about to do today move me closer to my vision or further from it? If the answer is further from it, then don't do it. This is the difference between people who achieve extraordinary things and people who just say, I'm busy, or they stay busy. Busy people do what's in front of them. Visionary people do what's required, people. Now listen, motivators, smarts, final bosses. Warriors, listen, right? Listen. There's a part 2 to vision clarity that I want to talk to you about, right? Now, here's where vision clarity connects to what we call the momentum code. The momentum code is what keeps you going, right? The momentum code is the secret sauce, right? Pause. The momentum code is the secret to sustainable success. It's not about working harder. It's about being impactful. It's about working smarter with compounding energy. And it all starts with the truth. Clarity creates momentum. I'm going to say that again. Clarity creates momentum. When you're unclear about where you're going, every step feels heavy. Every decision drains you. Every obstacle feels like a mountain. Why? Because you're not sure if you're even going in the right direction. Remember, I said you have to know your destination. But when you have crystal clear vision, everything changes. Everything changes. Now you have directional momentum. You're not zigzagging. Zip, 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 zip. You're not doing that. You're not second guessing. You're not doing that. You're moving with purpose and precision. The momentum code has 3 levels. It has 3 levels. Initiation momentum is level 1. This is where you start. You take that first step, knowing exactly where you're going. This is the hardest momentum to build because you're starting from 0. Level 2 is the acceleration momentum. This is where consistency meets clarity. You've been moving in the right direction long enough that things start to compound. This is where rubber meets the road. Opportunities appear. Connections happen. Resources show up. Why? Why, you ask? Why? Because the universe rewards directed action. Level 3, multiplication momentum. This is the promised land. This right here is the promised land. Final bosses, motivators, warriors, smarts. This is where your vision is so clear. Your movement is so consistent that momentum starts to multiply itself. This is where you attract the right people, the right opportunities, the right resources without chasing them, right? But here's the key. All 3 levels required what? You ask? What? You ask? All 3 levels require vision clarity. All 3 levels require vision clarity. But here's the thing. Right? You can't activate momentum code without first laying the cornerstone of magnificence. And let me give it to you in a practical example, right? When I started Sat Diginet, right, which is short for Saturn Digital Networks Development Corp. I didn't just say I want to start a business. I had crystal clear vision with crystal clear intent, right? Part of that vision was we're going to become a service disabled veteran owned business. Done. our customers would be serving Fortune 500 companies and government agencies. Done. We were going to be providing IT services, cybersecurity, and technology staffing. Boom. We're going to be building something that will create opportunities for other veterans. It's coming. And then, because it is a framework and foundation of something real and tangible, I'm establishing a legacy that will outlive me. That was my vision clarity. That clarity allowed me to make decisions fast. That clarity helped me say no to opportunities that didn't align. That clarity activated my momentum code. And now with my 23 years of federal service, being a multiple business owner, including this podcast, with over 350,000 followers on all platforms. Why? Because I laid down the cornerstone of magnificence first, right? I laid down the cornerstone. This is building something that will outlast even me, right? Now, final bosses, motivators, smarts, warriors. Look, let's talk about building block number 2, discipline architecture, right? Discipline architecture. 1 second, please. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Sorry about that. Didn't need that noise interference. I forgot to turn that off. Oh, where were we? Oh, okay. Now I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. You're saying to yourself, final boss, we've heard about discipline architecture before. We've heard about it, right? We've heard you talk about waking up early, work hard, stay focused. Yeah. I know, right? But listen, what I'm about to share with you is different. This is not discipline as a concept. This is about discipline as a structure. A structure. A systematic approach to building self-mastery that stacks and compounds like Lego blocks. Most people think discipline is about willpower. They think it's about just do it and push through. And then they wonder why they burnt out. They wonder why they can't sustain. Here's the truth. Willpower is a finite resource, right? It runs out. That's why most people, New Year's resolutions fail by February 1st, right? By February 1st. But discipline architecture, that's infinite because it's not built on willpower. It's built on the back of systems. And let me break down the 3 levels of systematic discipline building, right? Level 1, foundational discipline. These are the basics that must happen every single day, no matter what. Your wake time should be the same time every day. I remember my grandfather. Love that guy, man. Rest in heaven, Grandpa. Rest in heaven. Pal Ernest Barber, my hero. He will wake up every single morning at 5 a.m. No matter what. No matter what. I remember him taking me to the barber shop with him. His barbers will be open at 5:30 a.m. He would take me to the barber shop. I remember this. 5 a.m., man. That was his time. Not saying that has to be your time, but that was his time. But your time should be the same time every day, no matter what. Physical movement, even if it's just for 10 minutes, you need to get up and move. You need mind fuel. You should be reading, you should be learning. That's growth, right? You should have a nutrition baseline. A nutrition baseline that's fueling your body properly. You eat for fuel, not for enjoyment. That's a discipline. You should have a sleep discipline. And listen, that's the hardest thing to do. I must tell you, sleep discipline. Finding good sleep, so necessary. Because recovery is not optional. Recovery is not optional. And here's the thing about level 1. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent. You're building the foundation. You're training your mind to to follow through on commitments to self. Here's level 2. Progressive discipline. Once you have a foundation, right? Once you have a foundation, your foundation is solid. You tap into a source of skill development, right? Skill development, man, with deliberate practice, right? The next one is deep work, man. Deep work. And what I mean by deep work is focused, uninterrupted creation, right? The next one is relationship investment, connecting with your network. The next one is financial discipline, tracking, saving, investing. And the last one, strategic planning, weekly and monthly reviews. Now, listen, level 2 is where you go from doing the basics to building expertise. This is where you separate yourself from 95% of the people who are still struggling with level 1. Stay with me. Right? Stay with me. Now let's talk about level 3. Momentum discipline. This is where discipline architecture meets the fired up train. See, the fired up train runs on a schedule. It doesn't leave when you feel like it. It doesn't wait for you and your perfect conditions. It leaves on time every time. And when you board the fired up train, you commit to the schedule. Level 3 momentum discipline includes content creation, consistency. For me, right? That's for me. That's 4 live broadcasts per week. That's for me. Leadership responsibilities, showing up for your team. Innovation time, working on your business, not just in it. Legacy building, creating systems that outlast you. That's what it's all about. Impact and expansion, scaling your influence. But here's the secret to discipline architecture that nobody's going to tell you. You don't build all three at once. You don't build all three at once. Most people try to go from zero to hero overnight. They try to build level 1, level 2, and level 3 simultaneously. And what happens? They crash out. They burn out. They quit. The way you build disciplined architecture is systematically, right? You write this down. You take a notes. It's a plan. It's a plan. Month 1 to month 3, you master level 1, just the foundations. Go get consistent with the basics that you become automatic. Automatic, right? Month 4 through 6, add level 2, keep level 1 running on autopilot while you build the skill development layer. Month 7 through 12, you introduce level 3. Now you have the capacity to take on momentum building activities because your foundation and skills are solid. This is how you build sustainable excellence. This is how you create a life where discipline doesn't drain you. It energizes you. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. I host me. Yes, me. I host the Final Boss podcast. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 times a week. And that's not willpower. That's about discipline architecture. I built the system first, then I plugged into the system, and that system is running whether I feel motivated or not. Because the fired up train doesn't stop when the conductor is tired. It keeps moving because the architecture supports the movement. That's the power of systematic discipline building. Now we're moving into dangerous territory, Final Bosses, motivators, warriors, smarts. We're talking about the next building block, skill supremacy. This is where you become undeniable. This is where you develop capabilities that make you irreplaceable. This is where you build value that the market cannot ignore. Let me be clear about something, though. In today's world, being good at something is not good enough. It's not enough anymore. There are millions of people who are good. You need to be supreme. You need to be in the top 1% of your field or whatever you're doing. Running our Trinity Entertainment Music Group, one thing that was very clear to me. There were a lot of talented people out there, singers, musicians, producers, graphic designers, planners, promoters, plenty. But the difference is this, and I've watched it. Those who were able to elevate and continue and are still doing what we were doing back in 2010, if they're still doing, they were part of the 1%. They were part of the 1%. And here's the good news. Skill supremacy is not about talent. It's about strategy. Let me break down the strategic framework for becoming undeniable. Phase 1, the skill audit. Most people are trying to improve at everything. That's a recipe for mediocrity. The first step in skill supremacy is identifying your core, talk to me, stay with me, your core competencies. The 2 to 3 skills that, if mastered, would make you unstoppable in your field. For me, those skills: communication and storytelling. I'm really good at that. Strategic business development. I'm also good at that. And leadership and team building. I build the best teams. Trust me when I tell you that. I didn't try to be something I wasn't, right? I didn't try to be a world-class accountant, graphic designer, web developer, track and field star, or everything else. I identified my core skills and went all in. You, my friend, you need to do the same. Final bosses, smarts, warriors, motivators, you need to do the same. What skills are essential to your vision? What skills create the most value in your market? What skills align with your natural strengths? Write 2 to 3 skills down. That's going to be your focus. That's your focus point. Now, once you identify your core skills, you need to develop deliberate practice or have a deliberate practice plan. Most people practice randomly. They work on their skills when they feel like it. That's not mastery. That's maintenance. Deliberate practice means setting specific skill development goals, breaking down complex skills into micro components, and practicing those components with focused intensity, getting feedback and adjusting, tracking progress measurably. If your core skill is public speaking, you don't just give speeches. You record yourself and analyze your delivery. You study the greatest speakers in history. You practice specific techniques: pausing, emphasizing, storytelling, creating your own lane. You get coached by someone better than you. You need a mentor. You speak in front of audiences repeatedly. That's your practice. That's the difference between someone who can speak and someone who commands a room, right? Now, phase 3 of skill supremacy is you have to demonstrate your strategy. And here's where most people drop the ball. Final bosses. They develop skills and then they keep them hidden. They gatekeep, right? They get good at something and then they wait for someone to discover them. That's not how that works. Skill supremacy requires demonstration. You need to show the world what you can do repeatedly, consistently, publicly. This is why I broadcast 4 times a week. This is why I built a podcast with over 350,000 followers and growing. This is why I just finished my first book. This is why I am visible. I'm not waiting to be discovered. I'm demonstrating my skills in real time, at scale, consistently. Your demonstration strategy should include regular content showing your expertise, right? This is what you need to start doing in today's time. Regular content showing your expertise. Maybe you do it in a blog. Maybe you do videos. Maybe you do it in a post. Show your skill off. You're a painter. Show your skills at painting, right? That's just an example. You're a mechanic. Show your skills off as a mechanic, right? IT purchase safe phone. Listen, whatever you're doing, show those skills off. Results and case studies. Proof of your impact. Use AI. Use AI to run an analysis of what you're doing. Do a SWOT analysis. If you don't know what a SWOT is, it's strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats, right? Then you want to make sure you have thought leadership. This is your own unique perspective on your specific industry of what you're doing. And then from there, you teach and you train. Nothing proves mastery like being able to reach others, right? Listen, when you consistently demonstrate skill supremacy, something magical happens. Opportunities find you, clients seek you, partners want to work with you, media wants to feature you. Why? Because the market rewards demonstrated value. And here's phase 4, the evolution commitment. Here's the final piece. Skill supremacy is not a destination. It's a commitment. It's a commitment to continuous evolution. The world changes, industries evolve, technology advances, customers' needs shift. If you're not evolving your skills, you're becoming obsolete. That's why I'm pursuing my MBA in global studies while continuing to do all the other things that I'm already doing. That's why I'm constantly and consistently learning about new tech, new strategies, new approaches. Because the moment you think you've arrived, you start declining. Skill supremacy means you're always learning. You're always studying. You're always experimenting. You're always refining. You're always staying hungry for what? You ask for what? For improvement. You don't stop. You keep going. You keep growing. This is what makes you undeniable. Not just that you're good. Not just that you're good now, but that you're committed to being better tomorrow, right? Better tomorrow. Now, excuse me. We're done with that. Whew. Listen, final bosses, motivators, warriors, smarts. Listen, now we're getting ready to get into something that most people completely misunderstand. It's building block number 4. Building block number 4. Relationship capital. Now, hear me out. Stay with me. Listen, and listen carefully. Listen carefully. I am your overseer right now. And that's what I need you to see me as, the overseer, the final boss. Listen carefully. You're not going to build anything significant alone. Say again, you're not going to build anything significant alone. I don't care how talented you are. I don't care how disciplined you are. I don't care how skilled you are. Success is a team sport. But here's where people mess up. They think networking is about collecting business cards. They think relationship building is about connecting on to LinkedIn and think it's about quantity. Wrong. All wrong. Relationship capital is about strategically building the 3 types of relationships that are essential for excellence. And guess what? I got that information for you, and I need you to write it down, right? Type 1, mentors and guides. These are the people who are ahead of you. They've been where you're trying to go. They've made the mistakes you're about to make. They have wisdom you need. And here's what most people don't understand. You don't just ask someone to be your mentor. You earn their investment by doing the following. Number one, being teachable, being humble enough to learn. Number two, taking action, implementing what they share. Number three, adding value to them. Yes, even though they're ahead of you, you can still add value. The next one, respecting their time, being prepared and focused. And last, showing results, proving you're worth the investment. I've been blessed with incredible mentors throughout my journey, leaders in the military, successful entrepreneurs, federal executives, but I didn't just show up and ask for help. I earned their time by someone worth investing in. You need to build your elevation network intentionally and identify 3 to 5 people who are 5 to 10 years ahead of you, study them, support them, add value to them. Then, when appropriate, you seek the guidance, right? And type 2 people, peers and collaborators. These are the people in the trenches with you. They're fighting similar battles. They're building similar things. They're at a similar age. Your accountability network is critical because they understand your struggles. They can hold you accountable. They can collaborate with you. They challenge you to stay your best. And I'm talking about your mastermind groups, business partners, fellow entrepreneurs, people who are committed to excellence the same level that you are. You need to be selective here. Don't just grab anyone at your level and be looking for people who will complement you, people with similar values, people who are hungry, people who execute. No, I'm not just talking about those type of people. I'm not just talking about the dreamers. I'm talking about the doers, right? I'm talking about the doers. And you need to be mentoring someone. Now, this one, people like to skip. They focus on learning from people ahead and collaborating with peers, gatekeep, but then they forget the third essential relationship type. They need to be investing in others. They need to be teaching. They need to be leading. Why? Why, you ask? Because teaching forces mastery, right? Legacy building requires multiplication. Your success dies with you. What's the point of that? If you raise up others to replace you, now you've created exponential impact. And number 3, your network needs all 3 levels to be sustainable. If you only take from mentors and never give to mentees, eventually your network collapses. But when you're receiving from above, exchanging with peers, and giving to those coming up, now you have a sustainable ecosystem. This is why I pour into my podcast community. This is why I'm writing dun, 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 hashtag go time, all aboard the fired up train. That's my book. Hashtag go time, all aboard the fired up train. This is why I show up 4 times a week to give value, because relationship capital isn't just about what you get, it's about what you build. Now, here's how these 3 relationship types work together with the fired up train. Your mentors show you the route. They've already made the journey. Your peers travel with you. You guys are on the train together. Your mentees fill the seats behind you. You're bringing them along. And when you have all 3 relationship types in the place, you're unstoppable. You have wisdom from above. You have accountability beside you. You have purpose beneath you. That's complete relationship capital. And let me tell you something. The relationships you build will determine the altitude you reach. Period. I've seen incredibly talented people go nowhere because they tried to do it alone. I've seen moderately talented people achieve extraordinary things because they built the right relationships. Relationship capital is a multiplier. It doesn't just add to your success, it multiplies it. So here's your action steps. You got to identify one person in each of these categories. One person ahead of you, one person that's on your level, and one person that's coming up. You reach out, you add value, you build those relationships, right? That's what you do. Now, finder bosses, warriors, motivators, smarts, listen up, because we're getting ready to close. Well, I'm gonna go a little over, approximately about 13 minutes, because we had the technical difficulties in the beginning. But stay with me. Stay with me, goddammit. I'm talking to you. Don't you go nowhere. I see you. I see you. Don't you go nowhere. Listen. This is going to make people uncomfortable. Building block number 5. Building block number 5. Financial foundation. And I'm going to be straight with you. You cannot build sustainable success without financial intelligence. You just can't. I don't care how much passion you have. I don't care how great your vision is. I don't understand. I don't care if you don't understand money. Money will control you instead of you controlling it. Now, most people approach finances from a place of scarcity. They think, oh man, I don't have enough money. I can't afford that. Money is so hard to make. Rich people are so lucky. Ooh. That's poverty mindset, people. That's poverty mindset. Excuse the ugly cry face. That's poverty mindset. And poverty mindset keeps you poor. Financial foundation is about building 4 levels from stability to impact. And level 1, financial stability. This is where most people are stuck. They're living paycheck to paycheck, stressed out about bills and things that they're unable to handle, emergencies. They build level 1 financial stability to build it, right? You need, number 1, you need to have an emergency fund. You need to have an emergency fund. An emergency fund that can last 3 to 6 months of expenses in liquid savings. Not for those I wants, but for I needs. This is your peace of mind fund, right? Component number 2, budget mastery. You need to know where every dollar goes. And this is where I'm really bad at. I'm really bad at that. And I'm still working on it. I told you, we're on this journey together. You need to know where every dollar goes. I hate looking at my bank account sometimes and see things, see the money just leave. It just gather wings and stop flapping. I'm like, no, don't leave me, money, don't leave me. But yeah, you need to control your cash flow. You need to eliminate financial leaks. And the third component, developing debt strategy. High interest debt is killing your momentum. You have to create an aggressive debt elimination plan. Free yourself from financial slavery. And component number 4, this is your income baseline. You need consistent, reliable income. This might be from your job, your business, your side hustle, but you need stability before you can build wealth. Most people never get past level 1. They stay stuck in survival mode their entire life. But not you, not my final bosses, my motivators, my smarts, my warriors, not you, because what? You're on a fired up train. And this train is headed to level 4. But you got to start at level 1. Financial security. This is where you move from survival to growth. You have to have stability. And now you're building assets, right? Retirement planning, investment strategy, multiple income streams, insurance, and protection. Level 2 is where you start to feel your freedom. You're not stressed out about money anymore. You're building something. Level 3, financial independence. This is where it gets exciting. This is where your assets generate enough income that you don't have to work. You choose to work. Level 3 includes asset base, right? Time freedom, location freedom. This is where multiple businesses, strategic investments, and intellectual property, all these things generate income, building toward your true freedom. Now, level 4, which is financial impact. This is the pinnacle. This is where your wealth creates change in your world. Level 4 is about building businesses that employ hundreds of thousands of people. Be blessed to make it to that level. Creating foundations that fund causes you care about. Investing in ventures that solve real problems. Leaving generational wealth for your family. Using money as a tool for good. This is where you go from making money to making meaning. And here's the key. Each level builds on the previous one. You can't skip from level 1 to level 4. You have to build the foundation systematically, right? You have to do that. Now, listen, final bosses. Listen, this is the home stretch. Stay with me. Don't go nowhere. Stay with me. Keep taking notes. Look, don't you change that channel. I'm not playing with you. Don't you change that channel. Final bosses, warriors, motivators. We're at the final building block. But this one might be the most important. We're talking about physical vitality. And I want you to understand something. Your body is the vehicle that carries your dreams. Bars. If I ever heard bars before in my life, those, my friend, are bars. You can have crystal clear vision. You can have incredible discipline. You can have supreme skills. You can have powerful relationships. You can have an abundance of finances. But if your body breaks down, it's all for what? It doesn't matter. Your physical vitality is not separate from your success. It's foundational to it. Think about it. How can you execute at a high level when you're exhausted? How can you think clearly when your brain is foggy? How can you lead powerfully when you have no energy? You can't. It's impossible. Physical vitality has 4 components for comprehensive fitness, right? Number 1, cardiovascular excellence. This is your engine. This is what gives you endurance. Your cardiovascular system needs to be strong because success is a marathon, not a sprint. This means regular aerobic exercises. Whether you're running, walking, cycling, swimming, rowing, whatever you do, you need to be doing it. Target heart rate training. Build your VO2 max, increasing your stamina. Now, when your cardiovascular system is strong, you can work longer hours if needed, maintain mental clarity under pressure, recover faster from stress, show up with consistent energy. I'm not saying you need to be an Olympic athlete, but you need to be doing something. You need to be able to sustain intensity over time, right? Component number 2, strength and resilience. Stay with me. Stay with me. Don't go nowhere. This is your structure. This is what keeps you durable. Your muscular skeletal system needs to be resilient because life is going to hit you. That means resistance training, building functional strength, maintaining mobility and flexibility, preventing injury through proper movement. Now, when your body is strong, you can handle physical stress without breaking down. You can maintain good posture and presence. You can maintain confidence, and physical capability. This is where talking about age without decline. Why do you think I look so handsome, people? Look, why do you think I'm so handsome? Look, look. I've seen too many entrepreneurs neglect their physical strength when they hit 40, 50, 60, and their body starts falling apart. Don't let that be you. The second part of vitality is nutritional intelligence. This is your fuel. This is what powers everything. Your nutrition is not just about eating healthy. It's about strategic fueling for performance. Let me tell you about the 1%ers, man. I'm going to tell you a secret about 1%ers. 1%ers don't eat to eat. They eat to perform. They eat foods that give them mental and vision clarity. They have professional chefs who prepare meals for meetings, for whatever activities they're about to excuse me, sorry about that. And be involved in. You need to start doing, everybody can afford a chef, but you need to start watching what you eat. You need to understand what macros are, protein, carbs, fats. You need to understand timing your nutrition for energy and recovery. You need to understand how important hydration is and make it a priority. You need to eliminate foods that drain you. Consuming foods that energize you. When your nutrition is optimized, you'll experience the following: sustained energy throughout the day, mental clarity and focus, better mood and emotional regulation, faster recovery from physical and mental stress, improve sleep quality. I used to think I could get away with eating whatever. I did. Fast food, energy drinks. Oh man, energy drinks. Oh my God. Late night snacks. Then I realized every time I ate garbage, I performed like garbage. Now I'm intentional about my fuel because I'm not trying to just survive. I'm trying to dominate. Right? And here's component number 4: recovery and regeneration. This is my favorite part. Almost done. Stay with me. This is your maintenance. This is what ensures longevity. Most people think success is about grinding, all output, no recovery. That's a recipe for burnout. Recovery includes quality sleep, 7 to 9 hours, active recovery, stretching, yoga, walking, stress management, meditation, breathing exercises. Then you have to have rest days. Your body grows during rest, not during training. When you prioritize recovery, you avoid burnout and exhaustion. You maintain consistent performance over years. You reduce risk of injury and illness, and you extend your peak performance window. And here's the truth. Here's the truth, right? You cannot pour from an empty cup. If you're running on fumes physically, you're running on fumes mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Physical vitality is not vanity. It's not about looking good. That's a nice side effect. It's about performance. It's about longevity. It's about having the vehicle to carry your vision to reality. Your body isn't separate from success. Your body is the foundation of your success. So here's your action step. Choose one component of physical vitality to focus on this week. You can start with cardio. You can start with strength training. You can start meal prepping and nutrition. You can do recovery exercises to establish a better sleep schedule. But just one, pick one and you master it, right? And here we are. Here we are, people. Mm. Here we are. Right? We've covered all 6 building blocks of reward. We've talked about vision clarity. We've talked about discipline architecture, skill supremacy, relationship capital, financial foundation, physical vitality. But here where it comes together. These blocks aren't separate, they're interconnected. They're part of a system that yours truly has developed. And that system has 3 essential elements. The cornerstone of magnificence is number 1. The cornerstone of magnificence is your vision clarity. It's the first stone you lay. It's what everything else builds upon. Without crystal clear vision, your discipline has no direction. Your skills have no purpose. Your relationships have no strategy. Your finances have no goal. Your vitality has no mission. The cornerstone of magnificence is the why behind everything you do. When times get hard, and they will, your vision is what keeps you moving. When opportunities appear, your vision is what helps you choose. When people question you, your vision is what gives you confidence. Never start building without laying the cornerstone first. Element number 2, the momentum code. Momentum code is how you sustain forward momentum, forward movement through all 6 building blocks simultaneously. Remember, initiation momentum, acceleration momentum, multiplication momentum. The momentum code teaches us that small, consistent actions in all 6 areas create exponential results over time. You don't need to be perfect in all 6 areas. You need to be progressing in all 6 areas. 5% better in vision clarity, 5% better in discipline architecture, 5% better in skill supremacy, 5% better in relationship capital, 5% better in financial foundation, 5% better in physical vitality. And guess what? When you add that up, that's 30% better overall. That's the momentum code in action, right? And number three, whew, almost done, people. Stay with me, almost done. The fired up train. The fired up train is the vehicle that carries you from where you are to where you want to be. But here's the thing. The fired up train just doesn't stop for passengers who aren't ready. When you board the fired up train, you're making a commitment. I will do the work. I will stay consistent. I will not quit. I will honor my vision. I will build all 6 building blocks. I will create momentum. I will reach my destination. The fired up train runs on a schedule. It doesn't wait for perfect conditions. It doesn't leave when you feel like it. It leaves daily at dawn every single day. The question is, are you on the fired up train? Or are you still standing on the platform making excuses? Final bosses, we've covered a lot. We've talked about the 6 building blocks of reward, the complete architecture for building an extraordinary life. We talked about the cornerstone of magnificence, laying the foundation of crystal clear vision before you build anything else. We talked about the momentum code, how to create sustainable, accelerating progress that compounds over time. And we talked about boarding the fired up train, making a commitment to excellence and staying on the journey no matter what. But now it's time for you to take action. It's time for you to take action. Thank you for staying with me. See, information without application is just entertainment. And those are bars, my friends. Those are bars. And I didn't create the podcast to entertain you. I created it to transform you and me. So here's what I want you to do right now. Step 1. Choose your starting block. Look at the 6 building blocks, right? And be honest with yourself. Which one is the weakest link right now? That's where you start. Not with the 6. Start with 1. Step 2, set your 30-day target. Which one is measurable? Which one is a measurable improvement you can make in that specific block over the next 30 days? Whether it's vision clarity, discipline architecture, skill supremacy, relationship capital, financial foundation, physical vitality. Pick one, write it down, commit to it. Step number 3, activate your momentum code. Take action today, not tomorrow, not Monday, today. Small action creates momentum. Momentum creates results. Results create belief. Belief creates bigger action. That's the momentum code. Step 4, share your commitment. Drop a comment. Send me a DM. Tell someone you trust. Make it public. When you declare your commitment, you activate accountability. Now, before we close, I want you to speak to my smarts, my warriors, my motivators, and my final bosses. You were not created for mediocrity. You were not designed for average. You were not put on this earth to play small. You have greatness inside you. You have power inside you. You have purpose inside you. But the greatness, that power, that purpose, it doesn't activate itself. You have to activate it. You have to build it. You have to commit it. And when you do, when you lay the cornerstone magnificence, when you activate the momentum code, when you board the fired up train, there's no limit to what you can achieve. So I'm going to ask you one more time. Are you ready to board the fired up train? Are you ready to build those 6 building blocks of reward? Are you ready to become the final boss of your life? If the answer is yes, then let's go, baby. Let's go. Listen, I'm the fighter boss. I'm the conductor of the fired up train. Reminding you, the train is leaving the station. The destination is greatness. And there's a seat with your name on it. All you got to do is to get on board. See you at the next episode, which is tomorrow for Tech Tuesday. Fighter bosses, motivators, smarts, and warriors. Tech Tuesday is going down tomorrow. And until then, stay fired up, stay focused, and stay on that train, man. Remember the hashtags. Hashtag smarts, hashtag final bosses, hashtag motivators, hashtag warriors, hashtag go time, hashtag fired up train, hashtag building blocks of reward. This has been episode number 143, baby. 6 building blocks of reward. And boom, remember the go time, hashtag go time, all aboard the fired up train book is dropping soon. Hashtag go time, all aboard the fired up train is dropping soon. That's my book. That's my first book. I'm working on several others simultaneously because I'm keeping this train going, baby. Let me tell you. And let all of that marinate in your spine. And remember this, the heavy pain that comes with discipline, but the pain of regret is even heavier. Listen, I am here. We are here. We're on this journey together on the fired up train. We're building this community of the Final Boss community. We're building the community and the family of the Final Boss family. And this has been our show, episode number 143. Be good, be balanced, be equal, and be smart. To each and every single last one of you, no matter where you're tuning in and where you're watching from, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching the Final Boss podcast. Thank you for staying with me, man. I appreciate you guys. I know I went over. I had to go over. So thank you for staying with me. Good night.
Welcome to the Final Boss podcast, where microphones and mushroom clouds collide in the most mind-blowing chats. We're talking explosive topics, fiery debates, and the hottest guests. Imagine a creative space background, spacey vibes, and out-of-this-world conversations. It's like chilling with your best buddies, but with way cooler sound effects. Every episode, we take on the universe's biggest questions. You know, the stuff that keeps you up at night. And we do it with a bang. Want to know what happens when you mix gaming, movies, and pop culture? Boom! You get the Final Boss podcast. So plug in those earbuds and get ready for a wild ride. Whether you're commuting, chilling, or just need a break, we've got your back. Hit that follow button and join us on this cosmic journey. Trust me, you don't want to miss these explosive chats. Catch the Final Boss podcast now, where every episode is a blast. Stay tuned and stay awesome. Final Boss podcast, bringing the boom to you.